Hello, welcome to the 2020 Meet the Candidates Forum, part of our website. I'd like to introduce Marcy Clapper. She is the Spencerport Board of Education District Clerk, and she will be here to oversee the proceedings as well as the Zoom logistics. My name is Lynette Seifer. I am the Communications Specialist for the district as well as the Meet the Candidates facilitator for this. With us, we have Karen Zyra, Board of Education candidate. And before we get started, I've mentioned in each of these videos that we're providing each candidate with 2 minutes to provide an introduction of themselves, 2 minutes for question 1, which will be your top priorities if you are the successful candidate, and 2 minutes for question 2, which would be the top priorities or difficulties facing the district and how you would come with ideas to overcome those. So with that, welcome, and please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Karen Zyra, and I've lived in Spencerport pretty much my entire life. I'm married to my husband, Darren, and we have 2 boys that have gone through the district. Our son, Jack, is a 2018 graduate, and we have a son, Scotty, who's currently a sophomore, and he'll be graduating in 2022. And I've approached this with the feeling that I really feel that Spencerport is already a great district, but I do think that there is a lot to be said at helping out and contributing at the local level. And I've always wanted to be a part of the district, and sometimes I've wanted to be part of the district, and sometimes I've needed to be part of the district. And what I mean by that is I want to continue to read to the elementary kiddos, even though my kids are not in elementary school anymore. And I want to continue to be a part of the 6th grade career day because I love to know what 6th graders want to be when they grow up. I'd love to be a chaperone at the high school senior ball, but my kids would never let me do that. But as far as needs, I will share that I have a son that went through the district with special needs and was part of the special education services. And I needed to be involved, and I partnered with counselors and teachers, and we had team meetings. And I will tell you that anytime I asked to meet with a team of teachers, they came every single time because they wanted to make sure that my son was supported and that he was loved and he was successful. And I can tell you, I know a lot of behaviors and actions start in the home. But I have 2 boys that have been empowered learners. They're confident, they're kind, they're so funny, and they are because of so many of the teachers in the district. And it's just my time to give back.
Thank you. So now we're going to move to question 1. So Karen, what would be your top priorities that you would advocate for if you were the successful board member?
There's 3, and the first and foremost is I think it's so important that our students are safe. Safety is a big deal to us parents. When we say goodbye to our children every morning, we want them to be safe. And what I mean by that is, healthy in their minds and in their bodies. I think that it's a really tricky world right now, especially with everything that we're going through. It's hard enough to be a grown-up with the uncertainty that's going on right now, but it's certainly hard to be a kiddo. And I would like to continue to work with facilities and security and maybe even local law enforcement just to make sure there's a presence and that our students, their parents, and our teachers are always safe. I want to hear from our teachers. I think that they have a huge voice in some of the decisions that we make. I'd love to hear how they perhaps want us to be a little bit more progressive. I think Spencerport has done a lot of things the same way. I don't know what's right and I don't know what's wrong, but I want to hear from them as to what do they feel they need from a benefits perspective. And then I do have a passion and a love for kiddos that just need some special care and special education, and look at that from a holistic, perspective, and make sure that resources are getting to those kids that need them.
Thank you. So the second question is, what are the biggest challenges that you see facing the district, and what ideas would you have to overcome them?
My answer might have been a little bit different before the world has changed so much. Again, the unknown that I spoke about previously. I think it's been tricky to educate our kiddos the way that we are, but I love how the teachers are embracing technology and being innovative and Zooming with those kids. Our kindergartners, they're the ones that I'm thinking about right now because they got on that school bus with those new backpacks this year and they wanted to graduate from kindergarten, and they can't do that this year. But our teachers are finding ways to creatively connect with them. And I think we need to continue to do that and find ways that we can leverage technology. My heart is really big for those seniors this year, the class of 2020. Our teachers embraced a parade on the coldest day of the year and came together. And was it perfect for those seniors? No. And is it what they wanted? No. Every senior wants to cross that stage, and every parent wants to watch that senior cross that stage. But I do think that the challenge has been making sure that those kiddos are agile and resilient, and they have been. And I think the class of 2020 is actually going to change the world. As well, I think because of what's going on, we have to be very, very careful about how we're spending our money. And the budget needs to be looked at in detail, and making sure that we aren't just cutting to cut, but again, that we're looking at things holistically. I don't have all the answers, but I promise that I will look at things with an open mind, and approach things with curiosity and questions. And I think we need to do a much better job communicating out to parents in our community through social media, through Zooms. And I'd love to work with them hand on hand with focus groups, hear from the kiddos, hear from the teachers, and hear from our parents.
Thank you. Time's up.
Was that my
So,
music or was that your music?
so thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Um, so we will be posting these videos Tuesday night, May 26th, after the budget hearing.
Okay,
So we will have those on the website. So thank you very much for your
thank you.
time. I appreciate it.
Flexibility. Do we get to see them before